American Mahjong, how to set up. The tiles are divided into 4 groups. The first group is suits, which is divided up into circles, also called dots, bamboos, also called bams, and characters, also called craks. There are 4 copies of each tile in this group. The second group is honors, of which you have winds and dragons. The white dragon is also called soap. There are 4 copies of each tile in this group. The third group is flowers and seasons. There is 1 copy of each tile in this group. The fourth group is jokers or wild tiles. There are 8 identical tiles in this group. If you are playing with the same set as me, remove the 8 extra flower and season tiles. These are all spares. Be sure to also remove any extra spare jokers. The wind indicator is used to display the current wind, indicating the player who starts off the round. Scoring sticks or coins are used to keep track of points and scoring. You can assign whatever point or monetary value you want to them and distribute in whatever quantity you want. Give each player a rack and optional pusher. Place all 152 tiles face down in the center of the table and all the players mix them up. Each player places tiles face down in front of their rack, 2 tiles high and 19 tiles long, forming a wall. Each player rolls the dice. The player with the highest total becomes the dealer and is known as East. The player to their right is called South, followed by West, and then North. East rolls the dice and then counts off the resulting number from the stack of tiles in front of them, from right to left, grouping them into 2-column groups. For example, if East rolls an 8, East will put aside 8 columns of 2 tiles from the right end of the wall. This is called breaking the wall. East then takes the first 2 columns of tiles. Then, continuing counterclockwise, each player takes the next 2 columns of 4 tiles until each player has drawn 12 tiles. Once all the players have 12 tiles, East takes 2 additional tiles, the first and third tile from the top row, giving East 14 total tiles. Moving counterclockwise, the other players take 1 tile from the end, giving each of them a total of 13 tiles. Each player arranges the tiles on their rack in a logical order to help them score points based on the scorecard. The scorecards are published by the National Mahjong League every year. They release a new scorecard which players must purchase in order to be up to date. The hands on the scorecard are represented in numbers or letters in either red, blue, or green. The colors are not specific to any one suit, and different colors simply mean different suits have to be used. Flowers and zeros are not considered to be part of any suit and will always be blue. 1 to 9 correspond to the specific number on the tile, not including flowers. N, S, E, W stands for North, South, East, West. D is for dragon. R is for the red dragon. G is for the green dragon. 0 is for the white dragon or soap, and F is for flower. The scorecard is organized into categories for hands based on common patterns like patterns that make up the year like 2020, even numbered tiles, odd numbered tiles, 5 identical tiles called a quint that use a joker, consecutive numbers, patterns requiring wind and dragon tiles, patterns using 3s, 6s, and 9s, and patterns using single and paired tiles. Each hand is grouped into several different combinations. Some combinations contain non-matching tiles, but most generally have 2 or more matching identical tiles. These are known as pair for 2 identical tiles, pung for 3 identical tiles, kong for 4 identical tiles, quint for 5 identical tiles, and sextet for 6 identical tiles. Next to each hand is the value of the hand for scoring or gambling purposes. Next to the hand is an X or a C, indicating whether that hand is exposed or concealed. Before actual play starts, it's time for the Charleston. Each player passes 3 unwanted tiles face down to the player to their right. Then, each player passes 3 unwanted tiles face down to the player opposite them. Then, each player passes 3 unwanted tiles face down to the player to their left, known as first left. The player is allowed to blind pass. A blind pass is taking the tiles received and passing up to 3 of them without looking at them. If less than 3 tiles are blindly passed, unwanted tiles from your hand are added for a total of 3 tiles. The Charleston may proceed a second time if all the players agree. The second Charleston proceeds in the opposite order as the first, passing to the left, then across, then right, known as the last right. Players may blind pass to the right. At the end of the second Charleston, a player may make an optional courtesy pass. The player may agree with the player across from them to exchange up to 3 tiles. No jokers may be passed during the Charleston and courtesy pass. For the rest of the gameplay rules, check out this video.